Alright, we're back with another Datascape feature match for everybody today as we are wrapping up the top cut for this month's Zodiac tournament. Alright, we have more Datascape, and this is actually versus Grand Manju, of all things. I actually chose to cover this because there's going to be a ruling that's going to come up here in a little bit that I don't think a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Players will know. I mean, like, you should know it, but the amount of people that don't know it is good. So we're resolving the Pot of Desires down here. We're actually in a very good position here. We actually got both of our good cards. Quang Long is about to go online. Alright. Quang Long, we're going to resolve or show Rui Rui here. Effect of the spell card. Haha. So yeah, we actually get to mill off a different type than what we have and set on up here. This deck is like the king of like 2 card extenders, and it's always awesome to watch this. I mean, the restriction is like rank 3 and level 3 or higher monsters, so no problem here. Alright, so all of this is going to resolve. We're going to get Lao Lao into our hand, and we're going to decide where we're going to go from here, because we're in an interesting place. I guess we're just going to normal summon, but we're going to get shifted here, which make me cry. Hi, Shifter. I'm really glad that you're a card, buddy. So, we just kind of want to cry now, because we can't go as ham as we wanted to. We're going to activate the talents, so we can get a hand rip away from our opponent here. We're actually going to take the Super Poly away from them, which is actually a pretty good call. This will ensure that they can't make this crazy board. Also, it's not like we won't see these coming. They don't have a Manju at the moment, so it's fine. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and go into Stardust Charge Warrior. This gets us a free draw, which is actually pretty good, for all things considered. And then we get a free return. So we'll also take that. So we're going to set the Zoku. So this thing lets us target one face card on the field, shuffle 2 of our banished Datascape cards with different names into the deck and destroy that target. So down comes the Pot of Desires across the table here. We know that we have the answer for this. Thank you, Ash Blossom. Yay! So now we just have to deal with a double Eater of Millions, and it's pretty much easy sailing from this point on. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to banish, bring on down, and we're going to stick the Barbaros on the field here. And this is where we're going to enter battle phase, and then I assume we're going to blast them with the Zuku. Alright, Zuku, which is going to out this. So we go ahead and shuffle back our friends. Easily outed, no problem. Now we just have to out this 1900 Barbaros. So Lao Lao is going to get reveal. Yeah, he's just going to scoop there. So basically the Lao Lao would allow him to drop, and he would be able to continue extending on out further through his play here. Do not underestimate, by any stretch of the imagination, what this deck can do. As long as you can open up a spell, the way to get to a trap card to set up for the secondary effects, you will be easy sailing all day long with this deck. And as you saw, the cool interactions with having your stuff banished sets up for your trap card to disrupt the opponent anyway. Judy Hopps actually made some really good plays here. Ripping away the Super Poly, holding the Ash Blossom to out the Desires that they knew was in hand. And, I mean, only having to deal with one Eater with a Barbaros next to it seems relatively easy. So, very easy sailing game 1 for top 8 here, which is very, very nice to see. Alright, so I assume that Judy Hopps will be starting. Actually, this is a really weird place for a Grand Manju player to be, because you have to deal with the interactions from the boards that Judy can make on game 1. Because if you leave this deck unchecked, it's crazy. But if you can open up Shifter or a form of interruption to paralyze what the Datascape player can set up, you might be able to do your thing, but you're going to have to be careful, because once they start feeding into it, their trap card will be live, which will be a free interruption from them on the next turn. So, things that you're going to have to deal with for 500. I see we actually opened up Super Poly, Grand Manju, Danger Boy, and Ash Blossom. Okay, so we opened up relatively strong. Oh, we got the Allure of Darkness. I think this actually turns this hand on if I, depending on what we get to here. Ooh, got a trade-in and a Nibiru. Okay, so we do have a form of an interruption here on the opponent. That's really good, actually. And we have the Super Poly. So we're going to trade in. Goodbye, Bigfoot. We're going to get ashed here, which is a sad day for us here. And we're going to set the Super Poly pass. Alright, so we actually probably are going to slam this Desires on the table here and make an attempt to start climbing into something. We need some sort of resource here. Yep, we're just going to pass. Sweet. I love Brick Yu-Gi-Oh! Alright, I also see that our opponent just got to the Eater of Millions, which actually turns this hand on. Okay. Banish the entire extra deck. Let's go! Alright, so we're just going to unload everything here. Out comes the biggest banisher of Eater ever, and we're going to stick the Grand Manju next to it. This thing is a fatty. Enter battle phase. We're going to just check numbers here before we enter phase. 64. So we're going to Veiler the Grand Manju so it's at 0, so we don't actually get OTK'd here. Alright. So we go ahead, take our 26 off of this because this is Veilered. Alright. Correction. So we're going to go ahead and drop ZZ here. We're going to reveal Linlin. We actually got to our starter. Alright. So effect, we're actually going to go ahead and drop off the double. Or excuse me. Alright. So Qinglong is going to go off here, which will get us Rui. These things are so good. So this one you can banish it to add one from your hand, and then you send one. And then Zoku actually lets us banish it to reduce or increase. So we're going to just ditch off this Imperm. We don't need it anymore. Alright, we're going to reveal Rui. Alright, so we're going to target ZZ here. We're going to drop off. We're going to recruit for Zoku. And now we're going to be good to start climbing up some ladders, which is actually kind of cool. We're going to banish, increase, and now we're going to make Fang. So this is 2+ level 6 monsters to make it. So you can detach 2 materials from this card, target 1 face-up card your opponent controls, and 1 card in either graveyard. Banish them. If the succeed summon card is destroyed with an opponent's attacking monster or by an opponent's card effect, while it's in an owner's monster zone, you can special summon 2 Datascape monsters from your deck with the same type and attribute as each other. So this actually breaks itself down, but we're going to go ahead and we're going to take care of some of the problems that our opponent has put on the board for us. So we're going to target Grand Manju and the Bigfoot. And now we're going to reveal Lao here. Lao is going to drop off our Jinglong, revive, and then we're going to get Nibiru. Alright. This is actually the sad face here. So this is actually where the ruling comes into play. So he's actually going to attempt to declare the Eater of Millions effect on this, which actually he can't. So Eater of Millions here says it has to banish a token face down. And via game mechanics, you cannot banish tokens face down, unfortunately. This is the same ruling that Evenly Matched has set the precedents for, because it is the exact same situation. If you evenly matched tokens, the tokens are forced to be on the field and resolve. So that's the exact same situation that you're seeing here. So he actually ends up taking life points here for that. So sad day, actually. I just wanted to point out that big ruling. And keep in mind that this token is absolutely huge because of this. So yeah, that's your ruling for the video. You cannot actually attempt to banish said token face down on that same thing. So, alright. We got to the Jinglong now. Actually, I think things are about to start getting disgusting. We're going to get ashed. Hey, look. We have the Zoku chain. Yep, to clean this up. So easy. So easy indeed. So, did you guys enjoy more Datascape? Please, leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. And well, guys, I'm out. Peace. Thank you, patrons, for making the ride never truly end. Without you guys' support, well, I would probably be doing Truffle Shuffle videos for a living. Guys, please check out VanCole40 for all of your Cardfight Vanguard content brought to you by MCole40. And if you are looking to pick up singles, check out MColeGames.com for your trading card game needs. Thanks for watching, everybody.